And now it's time for the cruise in with the old Mustang and the Mustang Man All-Star Plumbers, Eddie Pruitt Ford in Hartsville, Alabama. My buddy Brad Stovall in Tanner. If you wreck them, he'll fix them. Y'all give him a call. And Joseph, there ain't no car shows yet.
No, it's going to be a few more weeks before we have any major car shows in our area. But,
hey, got some money I'm saving to pay the utility bill.
I didn't see that money. That's mine.
You found it. Hand it to me, I think.
Tip jar.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. You know, we've got Eli Williams' car show coming up in April.
Is that going to be down at the church?
It is, April 18th in the south parking lot. But kind of disappointed they're not having the car show in the square this year.
It looks like, looking at the courthouse, the east side's open over there in front of Bill Matthews' office. Why didn't they have it?
I don't know why they had such a hang-up. They could have just moved all the festivities to the east side. But I don't know. I'm not in charge of it, so...
Oh, you paying Danny to be up here now?
Money right and left up here.
She took it from me and gave it to Danny.
Wait a minute, that's not some of that Danny funny money.
No,
I was checking.
That's real money. That's not movie money. That's real money.
But
Mark Moody put that $10 in there last year. All right, go ahead, Joe.
Funny. Anyway, yeah, I'll keep you posted. I mean, within the next 2 to 3 weeks, there'll be a car show in our area every weekend.
Every weekend. So you'll be back in High Cotton.
I will be. And we're getting ready to have some cars outside. I'm getting them lined up. You just wait till you see what cars I'm going to be showcasing this year.
You already got some people lined up?
I've got some lined up. They keep telling me, hey, if it quits raining, I'm bringing my car.
Hey, we need to get you, buddy. He still got it for sale. We got the place over in Harvest to bring that 650 Ford over here.
Oh, yeah.
That yellow one I'm trying to. You ever seen a 650?
No, I'm not. No, what is that now?
It's about 4 times bigger than that Hummer.
Yeah, it's a
650. You can tell what it's called, or 450 or something.
Front is like
it a 650 or 450?
I think it's a 650. And the back end's like a dually. It looks like a giant Tonka truck.
Yeah, it's big. It's big.
Yeah.
Now, I just did a thing on that new Ford there. I ordered one through Eddie Pruitt. It's $400,000. They'll have it ready next year. They're only making.
No, you are not.
They're only making like, what, 250 of them?
There's not many. Don't you figure those are already sold? I mean, they're
sold.
Well, they let me get one.
Well, what did you get, black?
Whatever color they'd give me.
Well, speaking of buying, do you guys ever buy and sell anything on eBay?
We have purchased, yes. Abby's better at that than us.
You do? Well, I enjoy eBay, but I ran across this. You know, there's only been 3 Mustangs that have ever sold for $1 million or more.
Oh, wow.
One was the 2016 Shelby GT 350R. For charity. One was one of the hero cars from Gone in 60 Seconds, Eleanor, 67 Shelby. And they're thinking that this car, it's the pace car that paced the 1965.
That car there's $1 million?
Yes, that's what they're expecting. It has been restored. It paced the Indianapolis 500. They only made 3 of these. One just didn't meet the standards. The second one, as soon as they got to Indy that year, had mechanical trouble. So this is one of one. The only one that was ever made. It had to be specially prepared so that it could run 140 miles an hour around the track. See, those Mustangs back then weren't really built for speed. So they had to, Holman Moody out of Charlotte, a NASCAR team, took this car, completely overhauled it, if you will. Just so rare, and the guy restored it to 100%. He scored a perfect score in the restoration, like MCA records. I mean, look at that car. It's like
how big that
$1 million
is.
Well, it's listed on there for $1 million and let's say $1,099,000.
What is it about Mustang? You ever owned a Mustang, Danny?
Never have, no.
I've had a couple of them. But what is it about a Mustang that you just are in love with? And you know a little bit about everything about it.
Well, it's America's pony car. You know, it was, I mean, sure, the Corvette. The Chevy guys will argue, well, the Corvette. But to me, you know, Henry Ford, you know, American, you know, family owned, it just personifies to me, you know, the American sports car, the American muscle car.
And you sold us a new one.
Yeah. So, it's just a fun car to be a part of the whole.
So we'll have our own
family.
Car show outside.
Yes.
It starts warming up and lightening up.
Well, see, you got a red one. I've got a blue one. If we find, Danny, why don't you buy a white one, and we'll have us a little red, white, and blue Mustang party out in the parking lot.
Red, white, and blue. I like it.
There we go.
Yep.
Well, as much money as Danny makes spending big time. Now, where are you going to be the star? What's the name of this? You're doing a Christian film.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's we're going to Sparta, Tennessee, and it's called Heaven Bound. It's a faith-based film. I don't know if we've got a picture. I sent, I think, Brad a picture of Nancy Stafford. I doubt he probably has it. I was probably a little late sending it to him, but one of old Matlock's buddies, Andy Griffith's cohorts on that show.
Do you make the same amount of money doing a Christian film as you would doing one with Will Ferrell?
A little less. The budgets are smaller, and they come in under a SAG low budget category. So
when you're flipping through, when you're on your cable and you see one of your movies, you stop and watch it and you watch credit?
I don't like watching myself, to be honest with you, Jamie. I watch everything I do at least once just to make sure I got what I was after, or I did,
Now, you've ruined movie watching for us.
Yes, you
I know.
have.
Because every time we watch movies, we say, well, I wonder what they're making off of this thing. How much are they getting? But that Danny could have done that. Danny could have done that.
annoying,
Every
isn't it?
time they
Yeah.
every time they replay an old movie, I mean, they get residuals from that.
Yeah, it's.
There he is right there. Talladega Nights. That's Danny in the middle.
I laugh at that guy's mustache every time I see it.
Of all, you've done what? How many movies have you been doing it? 20 years.
I've done 50 movies. Yeah.
What's been your biggest role?
The biggest one, actually, the biggest role I've ever had was the very first movie I ever did. A movie called A Good Baby that HBO bought. I don't know, this one I've got now is probably the biggest, but the one, they're all huge to me, Jamie, even the little
Are you
one.
fascinated when you're around like Reese Witherspoon and all them, when you did Johnny Can't Walk the Line? Are you
Or George Clooney's knocking on your door.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you got to get.
I mean, I know is it about the same being up here with me and Gloria, and especially around me?
Yeah, well, it's the same thing. You're recognizable. I've known you on TV from the TV a lot longer than I've known George Clooney, so it's the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
So now you look at Clooney, you look at me. Then I know we call him George. Yeah.
He's got
George
much
has
better
good
skin.
Yeah, he's got.
Well, you look at my hands. These hands don't,
Maddie,
Don't
rip that,
look at
Maddie.
that. Now he also was a hand. He was McConaughey's hands, weren't
Yeah,
you?
Hand Double and
A Time to Kill.
Yeah, and his
Is that
standing.
right?
Yeah.
That makes me think of George Costanza. You remember?
Yeah, when he got that iron and yeah.
Hand model. Yeah. There's a lot to do.
So you're going to be gone now for a couple of weeks.
I am. I've got to go up there and do good work, make good film.
Do they send you the script in advance?
Yeah, I've had the script for a couple of months, and it's
So you
changed.
know it backwards and forwards.
Pretty much, yeah, pretty much.
Before you
I've
get
got
there.
my choices made, so.
All right, so we're going to miss you for a few weeks then.
Hate it, but maybe we can call in.
You may do a call in.
Yeah, do something like that.
Now remember, don't forget my part.
Right. Well,
Well, you have
they're
to go to
working on
Hollywood
that.
Huntsville first and take classes.
Yeah.
I don't need no stinking class.
I think I'm gonna go so I can be more.
I don't need no class.
My
All right.
skills honed.
Maddie.
I'm going to show y'all some video now that hasn't been seen since the 70s. Rex found it for me. I didn't know it was on there. I told y'all, not only have I wrestled a bear, Frank, I have ridden a zebra.
For a few seconds.
This guy, well, it don't matter. You ever been on one?
Nope.
This guy from Scottsboro bought a zebra, brought it in over there. I jumped on it. Here's that story from about 76 or 77. We'll come back here, Lily, and sing in just a moment. Y'all hang on.
He is truly a first, at least for him, and it was almost his last. Watch.
An unusual painted wagon? Not really when you consider what's pulling it. A team of a little mule and a wild African zebra. That's right, a wild zebra in Jackson County. Red Sharp, the man who's always first in getting something for Jackson County, brought the 500-pound zebra here 6 months ago. He got it because no one else had one, and there have only been 3 that's ever been broken. Red's been working the zebra this Texas for a longhorn cattle drive. Red says it took him 3 weeks. Killed him twice then, and the only time he let the zebra out on a lot, he ran through 2 fences and headed for the thickest patch of bushes he could find. But just how mean and wild is this 2-year-old striped animal?